Hey guys, my name is Susan and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to read in 2 Kings chapter 1, verses 1 through 4, with a heavy focus on verse 3. Then Moab rebelled against Israel after the death of Ahab, and Ahaziah fell down through a lattice in his upper chamber that was in Samaria and was sick. And he sent messengers and said unto them, Go, inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron, whether I shall recover of this disease. But the angel of the Lord said to Elijah the Tishbite, Arise, go up to meet the messengers of the king of Samaria, and say unto them, Is it not because there is not a God in Israel that ye go to inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron? Now, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Thou shalt not come down from that bed on which thou art gone up, but shalt surely die. And Elijah departed. You know, to me, this might be an example of where we tend to want to hear, we want to go talk to someone who might tell us what we want to hear. And guys, one day we're all going to die. We know that. But that doesn't mean we want to die. I think it's in our nature to want to live. And perhaps it may be that King Uzziah, he might have already knew. I mean, he fell from his upper room and was hurt. You almost feel like he probably already knew, but he wanted to hear what he wanted to hear. And here we have, the question to him: Why are you going to seek Beelzebub? Why have you not sought the Lord? And it looks like, God might have even punished him for doing so. Who would have known if God would have healed him with his obedience? Sometimes God blesses us like that, not always. You know, in 2022, I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. And I had to go and I had to ask God to forgive me because, if you don't know, type 2 diabetes isn't a dietary issue. We bring it on ourselves by being gluttons and eating inappropriate foods. And, God tells us not to be a glutton. And I had to really reevaluate my life and how I wasn't taking care of the body God had given me. And I asked God to forgive me, but that in his mercy, if he would restore my health to me, I would from that day forward, whether he said yes or no, take care of my body the best I know how. And then I asked God for wisdom on how to. And as of December 2022, I'm no longer diabetic. Uh, because of my dietary lifestyle change. The dietary issue, it took a dietary change to resolve it. But God, showed mercy to me. And, I sought God. I didn't go to some other person. Type 2 diabetes is diabetes. And if you don't take care of it, it will kill you. My dad was type 1. He died at the age of 33. So when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I took it very seriously and I went straight to God with it, and I didn't deserve his mercy. I brought it on myself, but he showed me mercy. But, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't mean it has to be health related. How often do we run to someone else besides God for any issue in life? Financial speaking. How many of y'all out there are playing the lottery and hoping to get rich? I mean, and I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm just saying we as humans in that sin nature, we try to, we don't try to, but we leave God out. We act as if there is no God sometimes. And why do we do that? You know, it almost kind of sad a little bit when I read that whole, is it because there's no God? Hello, I'm right over here. Why didn't you come to me? And we're all guilty of this, guys, one way or another, for one reason or another. And so, right now, is there something going on in your life that you've not sought God for? Whether it be for wisdom, healing, financial problems, wisdom, guidance, forgiveness. I have to really reevaluate myself too. I really had to sit down here and think, when I read this, where have I done this? Where have I been wrong? And God, please forgive me. Because guys, I want to be right with God. I don't want to break his heart. I don't want to sin against God. I'm human. I make mistakes, but I'm not going to use it as a crutch to make mistakes. Well, if you have your thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.